What's up, YouTube? So, bad news. I ended up losing about $600 today on the 25K account. It doesn't show here since it's already the next trading day. But, I mean, we had a lot of chop, and overall, it was super choppy. The trades that I wanted to get into, I didn't get filled. So, coming into the market, I was bearish initially, and I was looking to hit this 4-hour change in state of delivery, order block, whatever you want to call it. That level right there at 570, or sorry, at 313.75. Mainly because we had rejected out of this 4-hour FEG, so it looked like I wanted to head lower. Here on the hourly chart, I said that if we had a 1-hour closure above this level, I would be bullish up into this high right here, because at that point it would seem like it is a change in state to the upside. And we did have that with this 1-hour candle right there. We swept that low and then we started pushing on higher. But like I said, initially I came in with a bearish bias. On the 15-minute chart, I noticed here towards the open in the pre-market, we had this 15-minute FEG that we had tapped into at the open and held pretty strongly. So as you can see, here is the push on higher into that and the rejection down. So my initial entry was going to be this change in state of delivery here, because we had the push up, we swept the high, dropped, had an up candle, and then we created a continuation down because we closed below the open of this bullish candle right here. As you can see, right, I didn't get tapped in. It was so close to tapping me in. I was a little upset about that. I had my stops above the high and I was targeting previous day low. Then when we started getting close to it, at that point I was like, you know what, I'm just going to take a continuation, because I think we're going to head down lower into that 316 level. So I didn't take this one. I ended up taking this one right here, where we get a move on up, create a lower high, and then we end up having a closure below this series of up close candles. So that was my entry. I get in, boom, get stopped out. So I was like, okay, that's fine, I guess. I just want to see what it does here. And then we start to drop down. We have a push up, and then we drop some more, another push up, and then this candle right here closes below those. So I was like, you know what, let me get an aggressive entry, try to go down to this 524 level, which is another level of liquidity that I had there. And as you can see, I get tapped in, immediately stopped. We started to consolidate in this area right here, and then we go down and don't even tap it, leaving behind relative equal lows. Okay, so we had relative equal lows. We start pushing on higher. I'm thinking, okay, there's no way at this point here we're going to keep moving higher. I think this is going to end up being a sweep of this high right here, which was a very light tap. We end up getting this candle right here, pushes down lower, closes below this. I enter short, get stopped out. Those were 3 short entries that I took that got stopped out. Then at this point, I'm thinking, all right, we're going to move on higher now. Because we have closed above this 15-minute FEG. We got a 15-minute change in state. We swept out that low. Now, funny enough, I did want this entry here. I wanted to look for longs in this area because we were sweeping that low. And we had this very big move on up. We never came back and tapped this change in state right here, so I was unfilled. I honestly should have been looking for long setups at this point, since I was already kind of bullish here. But then I was like 50-50. I was like, you know what, I'll try a short, because I'm still short biased. And then at this point I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be short. I tried a long because we closed above this level right here. I get tapped in with the next one, and then I'm thinking, okay, great, now we're gonna look to go higher into that draw on liquidity, only for me to get stopped out. At that point, I was done for the day. I wasn't going to look at anything else, and lo and behold, what happens? We consolidate for a good minute here and then start to drop. And here at this point, we end up getting a 15-minute change in state of delivery right there. So after that change in state of delivery, I could have looked for a short setup, which would be just a continuation. So we've got this push on up, we get a change in state delivery right there, enter in on this candle, stop above that high, target down into this draw on liquidity that we have right here. Could have entered that. It would have taken a little bit, but then also we could have taken this one right here because this was the retracement back up, and then it starts to push down lower. And this one I had tape read, that's why I even marked it out, and I didn't take it because I had taken already 4 losses on the day. I didn't want to take any more trades, so as you can see, I didn't risk that much on each trade. I ended about $600 in the red off of 4 trades. It was about like give or take $150 risk each one. But it just sucked because, you know, I wanted shorts here and I wanted long here, and neither of those got filled. So that's what happened to me today. It's all good. I'm not too upset about it. You know, we could have seen more setups in the afternoon and the PM had I not taken so many trades in the morning. But, you know, it happens. It's all right. So, you know, we'll see what we can do for Asia tonight. And that's about it. See you guys.